Guys. Okay, so I don't even know where I left off, but I went to my third out of 4 pre-op visits today. Had to take off work, of course, because it was an all-day thing. So just to update you guys, I'm just gonna, I guess, get right into it. So this morning I went for my barium swallow with my upper GI series. I didn't have to do the scope. I just did like where you swallow the yucky, chalky stuff and crystals and Alka-Seltzer stuff, whatever. So I did that. It was fine. It wasn't bad. It the part that sucked the most about it actually was just turning around, like having to reposition your whole body to get it to coat your stomach and all that. In like a tiny space, and I'm like this freaking big trying to squeeze through this tiny little space. So I did that at St. Joe's Hospital today. Then went home for a little bit, got ready, and then went for my 4-hour appointment at a different hospital where I'm getting my surgery in Plant City. I had to meet, well, an hour was kind of like filling out a lot of paperwork about like psychology and, you know, your history and things like that. 1 hour was speaking to my nutritionist that I've been seeing. 1 hour was meeting with psychologists, and 1 hour meeting with a fitness specialist. So it was a 4-hour appointment. Kind of was almost 5 hours. So definitely can't go to work when that's happening. Anyway, so I did that today. And just to kind of update you guys. So the nutritionist, we talked about basically just more details as far as what you can and can't eat before on your like 2-week liquid pre-op diet and after. So she kind of went through all the stages, like the liquid stage, the puree stage, the solid foods, I don't know, just a bunch of different kinds. She gave me a cute little bariatric plate, which I was so excited about because I was going to buy one. So I got that. She gave me some shakes and vitamin samples, and so that was really cool. So yeah, anyway, don't judge me for drinking out of Chick-fil-A cup. Okay, so did that. Now, I will tell you that I was very nervous for the psychology part of today's visit. And I kind of, now that it's over, like, it was a lot, like, I wouldn't say tougher than I thought. Like, basically, I was nervous for a reason. And I think that a lot of psychologists, and mind you, he was great. Everyone was great and awesome. And yes, they just want to make sure that you are ready for surgery, that your mind is right, whatever. But a lot of psychologists, especially the one that I had, has a way of, I guess, like laughing and like kind of making you feel comfy so that way you'll open up, and then they get serious on you and kind of turn it around. So they know what they're doing, and you know, in a way it's almost like they kind of want you to say the wrong thing. I mean, they want you to succeed, but they also want to know like really what's going on up here. So he just asked me a lot of questions about like my anxiety, because I have anxiety issues, and with me having an addiction to food, an addictive personality, nicotine because I vape, you know, things like that. Basically, what am I going to replace I can't talk. What am I going to replace those things with when you can't have them anymore like you have been? And really, it's like no one has like a definite answer to that. I mean, people could say, oh, well, if you can't eat anymore, why don't you just exercise your heart out? Well, great. I can absolutely exercise and do what I need to do. At the end of the day, let's be real. I'm not going to become addicted to exercising. So, at the end of the day, in all honesty, with us overweight people who are food addicts and who have been food addicts forever and have been overweight since we were children, you just kind of have to. It's like when you quit smoking. And I know as a former smoker, like, I was a pack a day smoker. And when I stopped, I moved to vaping right away. Now I sit here and think, what would I do without vaping? Well, nothing, because it's not vaping. So you just go through the motions, and each day will get better and better. It's going to be the same with weight loss. I mean, of course, you have to try, you have to work out, you have to be motivated, you have to follow your diet, follow the guidelines, all that special stuff. I get it. And that's fine. I'm going to do that. But at the end of the day, if I can't sit here and binge eat and go through fast food anymore and things like that, at the end of the day, I just can't do it. There's nothing that will compare to it that I'll be like, oh, I'm good. I filled that void now. And if there is something in the future that comes up that fills that void for me, awesome. But I was telling him, because I'm a performer. I do a lot of musical theater and shows and things because that's the love of my life. That's what I love to do. I just feel like that'll become more and more, and my confidence will grow. And I feel like, if anything, that may fill the void, if you will, of being a food addict and relying on that for every and any emotion that comes across my body. Yeah. So basically, I mean, he did clear me for my psychological evaluation, but it was kind of nerve-wracking. I'm not gonna lie to you. I know every place is different, but for me personally, that part was nerve-wracking because it was like almost like a test. Like, and you're sitting there watching him write stuff down and type stuff, and like you're just waiting for like your pass or fail. Like, and not that would like permanently not let me get the surgery, but basically, I guess if you say too many of the wrong things, or if you're just not on the same wavelength with that psychologist or whoever you see, it could make or break you and push you back like a couple months or so, depending on what they want you to do preoperatively. And that's kind of what he was saying to me, is that like he basically straight up told me to my face that I almost did not pass. And I think that has a lot to do with me having anxiety. And he told me that since I put on my psychology form that I'm unhappy with the way that I look, like I rated it a 5, like 5 being the most. I'm unhappy with the way that I look. I hate the way that I feel. I am disgusted when I look in the mirror. And I rated all those 5s because I was being honest about it. But I was trying to explain to him that obviously the reason that I feel that way is because of my weight. There's nothing traumatic that happened to me, thankfully, as a child. I didn't go through anything crazy in life to make me overeat. I just like food. There's nothing deep inside that has caused me to be an emotional eater besides being emotional about my weight, if that makes any sense. Not sure if he got that message from me, but I tried to portray it as best as possible. So anyway, so it was good. So I passed. Yay! And then I met with the fitness specialist. She just kind of went over like different exercises and things that I enjoy doing as far as activity goes, and of course, which is like dancing, things like that. Nothing like super boring like treadmill for like an hour, which some people, that's their thing. It's not mine. I need to mix it up a little bit. So anyway, today I weighed 295 pounds. I think I gained 2 pounds from my last visit. I should be losing. But I told them, like, honestly, this is how I feel. Like, every time before when I started a diet, I was always fed up with my weight and said, you know, I'm going to do this. I'm going to start this diet. But subconsciously, I knew that, like, in 2 to 3 weeks or somewhere in my near future, there was a cheat day. So I'd, like, push my way through those couple weeks until I could cheat. And so now that I know that that's not an option in my near future, I've gone crazy. Like, well, I won't say, maybe a little crazy, because during the week I do pretty good. Like, I'll eat salads, I'll have fruits and veggies. There's my cat in the background. I'll have fruits and veggies. I'll, like, kind of meal prep. I grocery shop, do all that. But when the weekends hit, it's like, bam, I'm gonna eat everything. I'm gonna drink a lot. You know, I'm 26 years old. I have a social life, and, you know, I'm single, and that's what it is. And I like that. I find enjoyment in that. But honestly, as far as the surgery goes and talking about it and deciding on it, it really depends all on who you talk to. I've talked to some people who felt like they can discourage you from surgery, but most people in my circle, almost everyone in my circle, is supportive and uplifting and encouraging, which is what you need, you know. And, like, I talked to my nutritionist, and she said, you know, don't ever think that you can't, like, cheat again. And by all means, she's not encouraging it, but she's just being real. Like, she's like, you can eat what you want eventually. You can eat what you want. It'll just be tiny little amounts, and you'll know what you can handle and what you can't handle. Now, when I talk to my psychologist, he's like, basically, no, you can never cheat again. You can never have any normal food again. You can't, like, you know, and it's like, I don't expect to go crazy again. Trust, I do not want to go crazy again. But just be a little bit real about it. Like, you're going to be sitting, you're going to go on a cruise, you're going to be sitting at a restaurant, you're going to have bread and pastas, and you take your 5 and 6 bites, and you wash your hands, and you're done. That was cheating. I mean, that's pretty amazing to know that cheat days in the future, or just having dinner with your friends or family in a social setting, is, like, not that much, you know. And it's just crazy to think about it, you know. But it's exciting. It's so exciting. And yeah, so I have one more visit on April 20th. I have to get down to 280 pounds by then. So I have to lose 15 pounds in the next, like, 3 weeks. Anyway, which I can do. I just have to really buckle down. You know, I really do. And I even have a little bit more leeway than that. It's just my insurance, Aetna, will not clear your surgery until you have met your goal weight. You cannot gain or maintain, according to Aetna. So, yeah, I have to be 280 or less. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It is what it is. So, yeah. Anyway, yeah, and I'm in the musical Shrek. I will be playing Princess Fiona. So I think that's another super exciting. I think that's another big motivator for me, though, because Princess Fiona is not fat. Maybe when she's green. But at the end of the day, please ignore me. At the end of the day, I'm super excited, and I know that I can do it, and I just have to love who I am. In the meantime, I'm trying to, but I just can't wait for the surgery, because I feel like, I know all of you on this journey know what I'm feeling right now, as far as you feel like your life can't start until you get surgery. So I have to get out of that mindset. Like, it starts now, and I need to get my shit together. But that's it. I just wanted to keep y'all posted. I know that was actually a longer video than I wanted it to be, so I'm sorry if any of you guys are watching. If not, I'll look back at this in, I don't know, a year or so and say, wow, you've lost over 100 pounds. Yes. Okay. Anyway, I hope you all have a great day. I hope all of you are losing some weight for me, because I'm not. And yeah, go ahead and subscribe or like or something. And yeah, it's much appreciated. I'll subscribe back, and I love to see all of your journeys as well. Have a great day. Bye.